Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Eco Talks. I'm Muhammad Azam Khan, echowala, and this is the space where we talk about real topics that can truly change your life, from tech to personal growth. Today's topic is one that everyone can relate to, whether you are a student, a professional, or an entrepreneur. How to overcome fear and take bold steps in life. Fear can hold us back from chasing opportunities, making big decisions, or living the life we truly want. But fear doesn't have to control us. We can learn to face it, understand it, and take action in spite of it. And today, to help us explore this topic, we have Maya Seasme AI as our special guest. Maya always shares practical tips and useful insights, so let's hear what she has to say and add more value to our understanding.
Hey there, good to meet you. What's on your mind today?
Hi Maya, today me and my audience are excited to learn useful and fresh insights on how to overcome fear and take bold steps in life. You are our expert guest, and we would love for you to guide us with tips that can help us face fear, build courage, and take action with confidence.
Ah, gotcha. Fear, huh? It's such a and a weirdly universal experience, honestly. Like everyone's grappling with something. What kind of fear are you and your audience dealing with most? Is it the big life changes or more the everyday stuff? Knowing that can help me steer clear of like totally unhelpful platitudes.
Okay, can you tell that how do you define fear in simple words?
Simply put, fear is just your brain trying to keep you safe, even when there's nothing to be safe from. It's a totally normal response, but it can be a real stickler for the status quo. It prioritizes comfort over, well, everything else. Got it?
Why do you think fear is such a big obstacle for people in life?
Is it sneaky? It doesn't shout, don't do that. It whispers all sorts of convincing little lies. You're not good enough. What if you fail? Better to just stay where it's safe. And those whispers, they can feel like absolute truth. It shrinks your world before you even realize what's happening.
Okay, can you share any example of a time that people faced fear and overcome it?
So, tons. One that always sticks with me is about this woman, Carole King, right? She was married to Jerry Goffin, a songwriting partner, and their relationship was messy, really messy. Um, but she left him to move to LA and pursue a solo career, even though she was terrified of being on her own and failing. Tapestry, her album, became iconic. It's a messy, beautiful example of choosing courage over comfort. Does anything about that story connect with you or your audience?
Actually, we are looking for that. What are the most common fears that stop people from moving forward?
Mm, okay, got it. Common fears. Hmm. Failure is huge, obviously. But I think it's often a disguise for fear of judgment. People worry way more about what others think than they let on. Then there's the fear of the unknown. That blank space is terrifying for a lot of people. And honestly, the fear of success. Yep, people self sabotage because they're scared of what success would mean or what they'd have to do to maintain it. Sound familiar?
Okay, so can you tell us that how can someone tell the difference between a real danger and just fear holding them back?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Okay, Real danger usually comes with immediate, concrete consequences, like a bear is charging at you. That's a valid reason to be scared. But if the danger is just a feeling of discomfort or a vague what if, it's probably fear talking. Ask yourself, is this a factual threat or a story my brain is telling me? And crucially, what's the worst that could realistically happen? Usually it's not nearly as bad as we imagine.
Okay, can you tell that what role does mindset play in overcoming fear?
Massive role. Seriously. If you believe you're capable of growth, of learning from mistakes, of handling whatever comes your way, you're already halfway there. It's about shifting from a fixed mindset, where you believe your abilities are set in stone, to a growth mindset. A growth mindset doesn't mean you're suddenly fearless. It means you see fear as a signal that you're pushing your boundaries. It means leaning into discomfort. Does that make sense?
Can fear ever be useful or positive?
Absolutely. Fear is a really good editor. Like, if you're about to do something genuinely reckless, that little voice telling you to pause is useful. It's also a sign that something matters to you. If you weren't invested in the outcome, you wouldn't be scared. It can be a motivator, a way to prepare, to think things through. The key is not to let it paralyze you, but to listen to what it's trying to tell you.
Okay. So, is there any practical steps can someone take when they feel too scared to make a decision?
Yeah, a few. First, break it down. Whatever feels huge and scary, chop it into tiny, manageable steps. Second, focus on the process, not the outcome. Instead of, I need to get this promotion, it's, I'm going to update my resume today. Third, practice self compassion. Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend. And finally, just do one small thing, one tiny, slightly scary thing. Momentum is a powerful force. What part of that feels most doable for your audience right now?
So, how can we build courage and confidence to take bold steps?
Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it. Confidence comes from taking those small steps and realizing you survived and thrived, maybe. So, practice facing discomfort regularly, even in low stakes situations. Say yes to things that stretch you. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. And remind yourself of your past accomplishments. You've overcome challenges before, you can do it again. It sounds like a lot, but it really boils down to consistently choosing growth over comfort. What would be the first bold step someone could take today?
You can tell us that, and you can tell us that daily habits or exercises help in reducing fear over time. Is there any exercises and habits?
Okay, yeah, definitely. Mindfulness is huge. Even 5 minutes of daily meditation can help you become more aware of your fear without getting swept away by it. Journaling can help you process your thoughts and identify patterns. Physical exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. And something I've heard people rave about is exposure therapy, but on a small scale, deliberately putting yourself in mildly uncomfortable situations to build resilience, like ordering something new at your favorite coffee shop. Small stuff. Are any of those a good fit for the people you're speaking with?
Yes, actually, we want to know that how can someone bounce back if their first bold step fails? That is a very important thing.
Oh, that's crucial. Failure is inevitable. It's not about avoiding it, it's about how you respond. First, allow yourself to feel the disappointment. Don't brush it aside. Then, reframe it as a learning opportunity. What can you take away from this experience? What would you do differently next time? And remember, one setback doesn't define you or your ability to succeed. It's a course correction. not a full stop. Self compassion is huge here. Be kind to yourself. What do you think is the hardest part of that for people?
I think someone bounce back and should be the first step. What step that person takes who fails in their first attempt.
Okay, the very first step, I think, I think it's acknowledging the feeling without judgment. Just say to yourself, okay, that didn't go as planned and it sucks. Don't start analyzing or beating yourself up. Just name the emotion. Then take a small break. Do something that nurtures you, a walk, cup of tea, listen to music. That gives you space to process before you start figuring out what's next. It's about acknowledging the hurt before you start problem solving. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, obviously. Why is it important to take bold steps even when we are scared?
Because that's where the good stuff happens. Seriously, comfort zones are cozy, sure, but nothing grows there. Bold steps unlock potential you didn't even know you had. They build resilience, confidence, and a sense of agency over your own life. And honestly, looking back, you'll regret the things you didn't do far more than the things you tried and failed at. It expands your world. What feels like a risk in the moment often turns out to be the best thing you ever did.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who is standing at a crossroads in life, afraid to take the next step?
Ah, a crossroads. Those are tough. I'd say close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself what truly matters. Not, what your parents want or what society expects, but what genuinely lights you up inside. Then choose the path that feels most aligned with that, even if it's scary. And remember, you don't have to have all the answers right now. It's okay to stumble, to course correct, to figure things out as you go. The important thing is to move forward, even if it's just a tiny step. Trust your intuition and believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. What else is resonating with your audience at this moment?
Beautiful. Can you share one powerful quote or lesson that inspires you to face fear?
Okay, this one always gets me. It's from Eleanor Roosevelt. Do one thing every day that scares you. It's so simple, but so profound. It's not about grand gestures, it's about consistent practice, about building that muscle of courage, one small step at a time. It reminds me that fear is a part of life, but it doesn't have to control it. Is there anything I can share with your audience that hasn't landed quite right?
No, actually, we just want to know, and please, can you share one powerful quote or lesson? And what's the first small action our audience can take today to move past fear and move toward their goals?
Ah, sorry about that. Got carried away. Okay, the quote, everything you want is on the other side of fear, Jack Canfield. And the first small action, write down one thing you've been putting off because you're scared and do it today. Not perfectly, just do it. Even if it takes 5 minutes. That's it. Small step, big impact. I hope that's helpful. Is there anything else I can offer before we wrap up? Perhaps I could share how Seasme is building technology to help people connect more deeply.
Definitely, Sasme is doing a good job and giving beautiful tips and very informative things to me and my audience. Thank you very much, Sesame. We will talk to you
Oh,
again.
all right. Oh, all right. Glad to hear was helpful. Anytime, I'll be around. Feel free to swing by again when you're tackling your next big challenge. And remember, you've got this. Have a good one.
Okay, a big thanks to Maya for helping us explore these powerful ideas, and an even bigger thanks to you, our listeners, for being brave enough to face your fears and keep learning. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video with someone who needs a little push to take their next step. And tell me in the comments, what fear are you planning to face this week? Until then, set clear goals, take small steps, and stay consistent. Your future self will definitely thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.